Hello again. This is the fourth video in this series of number systems. So in this video, we are going to be learning how to add numbers with different bases or different number systems. So let's start with first looking at how to add decimal numbers. You have two numbers there, 637 and 528. We're going to be adding these two numbers. So first off, we were taught to add them by column. So we start with 7 plus 8 and you get a 15. Now what we actually do is we take out the number 10 or any number of tens that we can get from that answer because this is decimal. So if we take out 10 from 15, you get a 5. So we write that down. And the number of tens you get, you'll have to write that as a carry. So we write 1 on top of 3. Then we add 1 plus 3 plus 2, and you get a 6. Now, the next column is 6 plus 5, and that's 11. Now, there's a 10 there, so we take that out, and we're left with 1, and then a carry of 1. So if there's nothing below 1, you just copy that down there. Now you have your answer as 1,165. Let's look at another example. This time we have four numbers. We have 435, 548, 396, and 738. So again, starting with the first column, we add 5, 8, 6, and 8, and that gives you 27. So how many tens can you take out of 27? You can get 2. So take out the two tens, or 20, from 27, you get 7. Then you add the two tens as a carry on top of the middle column. Now you have to add 2, 3, 4, 9, and 3 to get 21. Again, how many tens can you get from 21? 2. So you take 20 out of 21, leaving you with 1. And you write down 2 as your carry. Lastly, add the left column, 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3 plus 7. You get 21 again. You take out the two tens, giving you 1, and then write down the carry as 2. Now, if there's nothing below the 2, all you have to do is copy that, and now you get your 2,117. So let's go to a different number system. Let's do addition in octal. You have there two numbers, 723 in base 8 and 456 in base 8. We all need to follow the same process for whatever base we want to perform the addition in. So let's start with 3 and 6. So we have 3 and 6. That's equal to 9. Octal is, again, 8 digits. So since we have a 9, that's definitely more than the 8 digits. So we have to take out the 8. So after taking out the 8, we get 1. And then since we took out only one 8, we place a carry of 1 above 2. Then we proceed to adding those numbers in the middle column. So 1 plus 2 plus 5 equals 8. Now we have to take out the 8 again. So taking 8 from that, we get a 0. But we also have a carry of 1 because we took out 1 8. Then we add 1, 7, and 4, and that is equal to 12. Now how many 8s can we take out of 12? Only 1. So if we take out 8 from 12, we get a 4, plus we put the carry on top. That one we just have to copy down there and then affix the base number 8. So you now have 1,401 in base 8. Let's look at another example in octal. Now we have four numbers. 526 in base 8, 713, 545, and 767, all in base 8. So what we're going to do again is, look at the first column, the one on the right. We need to add those numbers. So we have 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, and that's all equal to 21. How many 8s can you take out of 21? We can take out 2, and that's equivalent to 16. So that's 21 minus 16 will give you 5. Now we have to write 2 at the top of the middle column because we took out 2 8s. Next, we add 2 plus 1 plus 4 and 6, giving us 15. How many 8s can we take out of that? Only 1. So if we take out 8 from 15, we're left with 7. And then we write the carry of the 1/8 that we got on top of 5. Next we add 1 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5 plus 7, that's equal to 25. How many 8s can we take out of that? 3, which is 24. So we perform the operation 25 minus 24, you're left with 1. And what do we write as the carry? The 3/8. So we write 3 there. And then we just copy it down here to get 3,175 in base 8. Now, let's take another example. Let's take one example of the hexadecimal number system. So we're adding 9AF and 857 and then BDC. So again, we add the numbers in the right column. Now recall that F is equal to 15 and C is equal to 12. So what we do is we add the decimal equivalent of those digits. So we have 15 plus 7 plus 12, and that's equal to 34. Following the same process, we take out the 16s that we can find in that number. So how many can we take out? 2. We can take out 2 16s, and that's equivalent to 32. So 34 minus 32 is 2. So you write that down. And then the 2 16s that you got, you write as a carry on top of A. Next, we add 2 plus 10, or A, plus 5 plus 13, or D. And that's equal to 30. So how many can we get from 30? We can get 1 16. So if we subtract 16 from 30, we get 14. And then we place the 1 that we got on top of 9, so that's 1 there. Next, we add 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 11 for B. And that's equal to 29. How many 16s can we get from 29? Just 1. So if we take out 16 from 29, you get 13. And then you write down the carry again. Now there's nothing under that, so you can just write down 1 there. Obviously, we cannot write down 1, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2. So we have to write the hexadecimal equivalent. So it's 1, D, E, 2, and then add the base to the end. Now, for any other base, you just have to follow the same process. You'll still get the correct answer. Now, when we're doing addition and binary, I use a slightly different approach. So let's start by recalling. These binary operations, when you do them, try to remember them whenever you're doing addition and binary. So when you add 0 and 0, you're always going to get a 0. When you add 0 to 1, you get a 1. When you add 1 to 0, you get a 1. Now 1 plus 1 is 1, 0. Or sometimes we say it's 0 with a carry of 1. And that's important to remember in this process. So let's start. Using this column, we're going to be adding 1 and 1. That gives you 0 with a carry of 1. Then the 0, we add 1 to that, we get a 1. The next column, we're going to add 1 plus 1 is 0 with a carry of 1. Then we add another 1, which will give you 1, plus 0 will still give you 1. We write that down there. Now, for the third column, let's start with 1 plus 1. That's a 0 with a carry of 1. Then we add 1. That makes it 1. Then we add another 1. That makes it 0 with a carry of 1. For the fourth column, we start again with 1 plus 1. That's 0 with a carry of 1. Plus 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1, plus 0 is still 1. For the fifth column, let's start with 1 plus 1, that's 0 with a carry of 1. Then you add 1, you get 1. Plus 1 becomes 0 with another carry of 1. For that next column, we have to add those. 1 plus 1 is 0 with a carry of 1. there's nothing below that last one there, so you just have to copy it down here and then affixing the base. So you get 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 in base 2. So I hope you got all that. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching.